The brain HIV of God belief, imaginary friend belief can make us extinct. And it will make us extinct. Our primate species. We are nothing but freak, evolved primates. It's very sad, but I can give you thousands and thousands and thousands of examples of brain HIV of God belief. The worst is Christ psychosis, initiated in the 4th century. The whole Western world is Christ psychotic. And they fight the Islam psychotics and the rest of the psychotics, impose their virulence, the psychosis in all of us, in everybody. They kill animals, they kill themselves, they commit suicide for their gods, like this guy here, the Islam psychotic did, and many others. But it's created in the brain. The brain controls the bodies, and a sick brain can make the body do crazy things. Kill themselves, commit suicide, kill others, do all kind of deluded things. Religion is organized as schizophrenia, very dangerous brain HIV. And yes, hides in plain sight, and it will make us freak primates species extinct. Truth will set you free, friends. Should fit swear it. Always keep in mind, brain is the creator of thought.
Bomb went off and they both were running toward me, and I'm not sure whether that's what killed them or not, but we started, and I knew there'd be another bomb because
and this man is Christ psychotic, and his family goes over there to talk to imaginary friends in church. So this gas psychosis kills. Hi friends, this is Caput Piso on April 23, 2019. When are neurologists and scientists and fine intellectuals realize what we are and the reason of this psychopathies? When are they going to realize that we are evolved, mutated, freak primates created by a spit of semen with DNA from a penis? That generates, triggers a zygote, a series of genetic mutations all over the place. Guys, that's the way life is. And we are related to all life forms on this planet by DNA. Again, we are freak primates. Takes 9 months for the body, thanks to the Hox genes, that is the map of the instructions of what kind of an organism is going to be created. Hox genes, and in this case, a freak primate, us, 9 months of gestation, that creates a brain. And scientists, neurologists, mentally healthy atheists, get a clue. Get a clue. We are primates, freak primates. And after 9 months, it creates a brain. Yes, morons, clueless idiots. A brain. You know what a brain is for? It was created by spit of semen DNA from my penis. Just ask your mom, you imbeciles. Clueless idiots with brilliant brains, but still clueless and morons. So therefore, the brain is created after 9 months, emerged, uses the 5 senses. You know what 5 senses are, idiots? Study neurology. And then the 5 senses, with the pulvinar nuclei that is the gatekeeper. Pulvinar is a conglomerate of cells, neurons, conglomerate, pulvinar nuclei, the thalamus. And the primate, as a baby, it just starts getting the information during the imprinting period, using the 5 senses to navigate the planet. All animals, all things have sensors that actually to navigate the planet. We only have 5. Many other ones have many, many different sensors. And then we navigate between fact and fiction, because what's real and what's not. A child, a 2-year-old child, or so, cannot tell between fact and fiction. They believe that all the fairy tales they tell them is real. And when the brain is sick, yes, idiot, clueless imbeciles, when the brain is sick, it cannot tell the difference between fact and fiction. Religion itself is a cancer of the brain. It's like an HIV AIDS. It lays over there dormant. It's like the HIV AIDS virus that destroys the immune system. You idiots don't know what the immune system is. It defends the body from infections, from attacks. It is with us, with viruses and all that, from the time evolution the planet was created 4 billion years ago. Life started emerging. And then, religion itself, just like a schizophrenia, is a neurological disorder. Like the many, many, many schizophrenia, we freak primates are the only ones that have it. You don't see gorillas and chimps and our rest of cousins, primates, have those diseases. No, they are normal. We are freaks, thanks to the Borna virus in our genome, because of all neurological disorders like schizophrenia, temporal lobe epilepsy, and all of it is this virus. Triggered about 48 million years ago on a group of lemurs. And that's my hypothesis. But it's based on an educated, linking everything, connecting all the dots. And it is. So therefore, religious beliefs are a mental illness, a psychopathy. They can be triggered. So if you believe in God, you're a psychopath, you're an imbecile, and this is the causes of all the problems. It's religious schizophrenia, psychosis, a brain HIV.
It destroys the mechanism of the brain that protects it against accepting irrational false beliefs as true.
Because when you are born, you are immediately involved and educated by your parents on the religion of the religious psychosis of the group in which you were born and the culture. All of them have it. All religions have IFOFIBA, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief acceptance, as do all schizophrenics and neurological disorders. I'll give you $10,000 cash if you find me one religion that does not have imaginary friends, as well as find me one schizophrenia and neurological disorder that does not have imaginary friends. Even the use of drugs create imaginary friends that you accept as reality. Just take some LSD and take some atropa belladonna and datura flowers like the ancients did. That's why religion was created. Because of believed to be true, because 5,000 years ago, people ingesting entheogens in religious sacraments. Study history, connect the dots. But that's the cause of all this, and it will continue to happen. It will continue to happen, and the most destructive of the neurological disorders created in the brain. Yes, the brain creates thinking, creates the mind. You idiots, we're primates. The brain itself, when all of a sudden start accepting these imaginary friends to be real, imaginary friends or foe, IFOFIBA, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief acceptance, at the core of all schizophrenia, neurological, and all religions. All of them. And they all have prayers. Prayers are telepathic communication with imaginary friends. Ask the 2-year-old, but they do have an excuse that, they will talk to, they have imaginary friends. They talk to Donald Duck, they talk to Batman, they talk to things like that. But if they're 18 years old and they talk to imaginary friends, they're psychotic. Like all religions are. All of it. Christianity is the worst. I call it Christ psychosis. It's an infectious virus of the brain. And if it becomes full-blown, you start killing people. Like in the Crusades, Nazi Germany against the Jews, they killed zombie Jesus. Then you have the Islam psychotics that are reacting against the Crusaders that killed them for 250 years. That's the reason you have all the problems. And there's the one sect. Islam has 73 sects. And these people that kill themselves, like in this case, they truly believe what their religious psychosis, and they can be very, very well educated, and still schizophrenia doesn't discriminate. And they actually believe in divergence and believe in these beautiful things that they're going to have, even homosexuality that is forbidden. But when they die, they know, oh, I like to have all these women, I like to have all these people, I like to do all these kinky things in sex. So they kill themselves because they cannot do it when they're alive, because the Quran and all that forbidden. But when they're dead, they believe that they're going to spirits, going to go. The Christians believe exactly, and they still believe the same thing. Not as the sex, but hidden they do. And they believe, Crusaders believe all that. So if you kill a Jew, in the 1100s or so, during the Crusade, you are actually having a place in heaven, because you're killing a Jew with the blood of the Jews, of that Jew. You actually save the child and save the Jew and making them go to heaven. So when you kill a Jew, just exactly the same like a Nazi killing a Jew, you are actually doing a favor, because all the Nazis are Christians, Christ-psychotics. All Europe is Christ-psychotic. And they love Hitler, Nazi, Mussolini, all Christianity infected imbeciles. They love Columbus. They love Cortez. Disgusting. Christianity is the worst of all the diseases. And that's because of all the problems. Is the brain HIV of God belief. And God is an imaginary friend. God and the devil. Two, they call it, it's a dualism. Good and evil. So it's all relative. Good and evil are relative, and they change. What was good 200 years ago is bad today and is stupid. What was a stupid long time ago and evil today is good today. So it all changes.
We always keep in mind, we should keep in mind that the brain creates thoughts. We're evolved mutated-free primates. All these things happen because of religious psychosis, which is like a schizophrenia. And religion is one of the schizophrenias, neurological disorder. In fact, you have to cogitate, you have to connect, you have to deduct, you have to verify the information, and then the truth will slowly emerge.
At least 9 suicide bombers, including 1 woman. Sri Lanka's prime minister says that the bombers were well educated and some even studied abroad. They were middle class, financially independent, and they were planning a second wave of attacks. Has claimed responsibility.
Hi, friends, this is Caput Piso. See, mental illness, the brain HIV of God belief, does not discriminate. You can be very well educated and still believe in imaginary friends to be reality, just like any schizophrenic, temporal epileptic, mania, depression, multiple personality disorder, etc. That's what religion is. Religion is a mental illness, the brain HIV of some big God or a God belief that nobody seems to see. I've been saying that ad nauseam.
I'm going to communicate with you on past information. That's what I'm doing, passing information right now to you guys.
To try and work out where they came from, where they've been, who their contacts were. Is this, as some have perhaps suggested, an example, people...
And as you can see, they believe, if you are the Quran, there are as many religious texts as the brain can create. The mind creates these beliefs when it's sick. So if you're mentally healthy, you're an atheist. You understand who you are, you understand we are nothing but evolved, mutated, freak primates. If you study science, you understand that, and you start rejecting the fairy tale, the psychosis of God belief, then you're okay. But in many cases, you're brought up in a let's say, in this case, Islam psychotic infected home that is wealthy, You have to read the Quran, and you cannot, your brain start believing in the fantasies and all that, believing in it to be real, even though it's like 2 plus 2 equals 9, 2 plus 2 equals any number, except the reality, which is 4. And you still accept the Quran, and this is what happened. I said, mental illness does not discriminate. The schizophrenic can be very, very intelligent, and they still believe in the alien implants. Conspiracy theories are a perfect example. A lot of scientists they're suffering from that, the schizophrenia. Islam psychosis or Christ psychosis, all that. And they're very intelligent, and they believe this aliens came around and they have implants in the brain and stuff like that. And that's the reason you said, terror group in church and hotel attacks, well educated and funded.
Islam psychotic infected believers are taking revenge on the Christ psychotic infected believers. Religion is a very dangerous brain HIV. And this psychotic Nazi is infected with it.
It seems even strange for me to say it, but I'm at a certain peace. And it's because of a lot of prayers for me. And when I had to step down to the floor of the House of Representatives and look up at those 400 and some accusers, you know, we've just passed through Easter and Christ's Passion, and I have a better insight into what he went through for us.
This God-obsessed party member is infected with Christ psychosis, and the brain is producing the thought that this was happening in his brain. The man is absolutely sick, infected with the brain HIV of God belief. And this brain virus expressed in churches, mosques, and synagogues is the brain HIV nobody sees.
Well, he compared himself to Jesus. See that? See what I'm talking about? Religious psychosis, in this case Christ psychosis, mental illness, does not discriminate. There's a lot of very intelligent people that are Christ psychotics or Islam psychotics, like the bombers I just mentioned, intellectual. Look at Isaac Newton, Christ psychotic. Look at the popes, very intellectual, very intelligent, still believe in a resurrected zombie that's said with blood, like this. A lot of the people in the Senate and Congress, they're sick people. They shouldn't be in government. That's the problem. Everything is created in the brain, as you can see that.
Learn neurology. The fact is, we're evolved mutated freak primates created by spit of semen DNA from a penis that created a brain, and the brain is the creator of thought, the mind. Deal with the facts. Here.
So, the governor of the United States is Christ psychotic, is infected. And the reason are churches raping the brain of children since the 1620s, when the sick, Christ psychotic infected imbeciles, ignoramuses, psychos in the Mayflower arrived. See that? And they mold everything in their own religious Christianity infection. The brain HIV of God belief that nobody seems to see. And they start creating churches, and they rape the brain of children. And of course, children become senators and governors and judges and all that. After 400 years, that's what happens. And they brought the Constitution of the United States, they wrote the Constitution of the United States based on the Mayflower Compact, which is based on the Bible. Mayflower Compact, the imbeciles, people in the Mayflower created this based on the Bible to govern themselves. Mayflower Compact. Google it. And all the United States of America is based, the laws are based on Christianity infected morals, so-called morals. They're disgusting people, they're Nazis, disgusting. Anti-science pieces of excreta. And that's what you have, Nazism. Hitler, Christian Hitler and Mussolini, all Europe, Christ psychotic. Then they spread, the infection spread to the Americans in the 1620s in the Mayflower. There you have it. Facts talk, bullshit walks, like they say. Quacks like a duck, flies like a duck, swims like a duck, insisting, believing that it's a platypus is not going to make it one. 2 plus 2 will always be 4. God belief is a neurological disorder, it's a brain HIV. There you have it.
Here is the religious psychosis, brain HIV, in this case, Christ psychosis, inducing the people to actually kill their children kill themselves, inducing racism, cruelty to animals, homophobia, intolerance, and psychopathy, genocidal, bloodthirsty psychopathy.
Based on the current information and evidence, both Joanne Cunningham and Andrew Friend are being charged with the death and disappearance of AJ. Both are in police custody at this time.
City parents
has been charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder, 4 counts of aggravated battery, 2 counts of aggravated domestic battery, and 1 count of failure to report a missing or child death.
See what happens? These people are Christ psychotic infected imbeciles. They are not Hindu, they are not Muslims, they are any other religious psychotic. They are a United States of America, Christianity infected nation, full of crazy people running the country. And this is what happened. They stopped punished for these imbeciles. They probably punished the kid because he didn't believe in he didn't read the Bible or whatever. And you'll find out this is usually what happens. You know, a kid disobeys something, it had to be strict discipline. Christ psychotic infected discipline. And like I've been saying ad nauseum, this is all caused by brain HIV of zombie God belief. Christian pieces of excreta. Remember Jim Jones? 900 people killed with children. Everybody forgets that. You know, 1978 in Guyana, Pastor Jim Jones. People forget that. And all the children killed by Christianity infected parents. And they are free. Andrea Yates drowning 5 of her children because of the Jesus told her to do that, and they were in a planet of evil and all that stuff. Drowning five kids, one by one. Oh, postpartum depression. This happened many, many years ago. I made videos about that. It's all due to the brain HIV of God belief that nobody seems to see, and I'm sick and tired of it. Religious beliefs are a mental illness, a cancer, it's a brain HIV, and the United States is infected with it, and nobody seems to see it. Brain creates thinking, imbeciles. Brain. Not the ass, not the heart, not the liver. The brain creates thoughts, the mind. And when it's sick, it creates the God belief. This believing imaginary thing. Gods. Idiots.
This investigation, and I want to tell you how personally proud I am, a partner and a friend. Listening to the emotion and the commitment that our folks
these chiefs of police, they're all Christians. They're all Christ psychotic. This idiot here, they don't realize what it is. They will never investigate the religious psychosis of the parents, which is Christianity. He's a Christian. He went to church, this imbecile. He has a brain. And they tried to screw up this kid with all this garbage. He probably didn't start reading this stuff and start playing video games and stuff like that like a kid would do, and they kill him. They kill him. A lot of Christians are psycho people. And they should be put in mental institutions. You believe in God, you have a problem with your brain, and you should give him a lobotomy and see what the Jesus God goes. See what they believe. Give him a lobotomy. Well, look, lobotomy will cure anybody from this Christian crap belief and all this God belief crap. And that's the truth. Religion is a mental illness. I've been saying that for decades. This is so disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. This kid be killed.
Remember, we freak primates evolved from viruses, and we have them all over us, including the brain.